Hi there, Cancer. Welcome to my channel, Spirit and I Incorporated. Absolute pleasure to have you here today with me. I am recording this monthly video on the 4th of August, and we're just coming off the tail end of the full moon in Aquarius that we just had on July 23rd. That was at 1 degree Aquarius. So it was a very positive full moon in a lot of ways. And it's also attaching its energy to the next full moon in Aquarius that we're having on August 22nd. That one will be 29 degrees Aquarius. It's very rare to have a lunation of two full moons in the same sign as we do in Aquarius here in this window of 4 weeks. But it's also very beneficial in that this next full moon that we're coming into in August on the 22nd, is also conjunct the planet of Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is considered the great benefic planet of the universe. It's the largest planet that transits through the solar system. It's also known as the big gas planet. In astrology, it's considered highly benefic because it expands everything that it touches. Jupiter is the natural ruler of Sagittarius, and traditionally, it is also the ruler of Pisces, the sign of Pisces. And being that it is so large, being the largest planet, it expands everything that it touches. So when it's going to be conjunct this full moon in Aquarius on the 22nd of August, it is going to expand that energy, which can be extremely positive when used in a positive fashion. And with the Sun in Leo at present, which we have just come into recently, I believe it was on it was earlier this week. I don't remember the exact date, but that is also a very positive aspect that we've come into recently. And again, with this full moon being conjunct on the 22nd with the planet of Jupiter, these next 4 weeks are extremely, extremely important, Cancer, to come from a place of positivity. And the way that we do that is to find our place of quiet time, where we gain our strength of healing, which manifests ultimately in light, blessed love, abundant prosperity. And the way we obtain these energies in a tangible fashion is to go within through, a form of meditation or prayer, connecting with your source, the creator, whichever name you wish to put on it, and manifesting beautiful energies that can unfold in a tangible fashion to reap those beautiful fruits that we're currently planting the seeds on to obtain that lovely harvest on the 22nd of August. It's highly, highly important to come from a place of elevated consciousness, removing oneself from that which is negative, coming from a place of love, coming from a place of healing, within oneself and ultimately extending that to others, whether we feel we can do that or not. It's really important to make the positive effort, because ultimately that's where our blessings come from, individually as well as collectively. And we all want that. There's enough turbulence going on in the world. We don't have to be adding to it. It's really, really important, if we want to have blessings in our life, to come from a higher elevated place of consciousness. And that higher elevated place of consciousness can be obtained through connecting with the creator, the divine, God, whichever name you wish to put on it. And the way to do that is to become still, to become quiet within, to go for a walk outside, to connect with nature. I'm expressing this importantly before the tarot reading for all the zodiac signs in this monthly reading, because this is a highly beneficial time. And the way to obtain that which our hearts desire is to come from a place of positivity. That which is negative, let it go. Let it go, because it serves no healthy purpose, not for oneself and certainly not for others. No good comes from being negative with oneself or with others. No good comes from it. You know, you may feel good for the moment, but ultimately that moment dissipates extremely quickly. So you want the positive blessings in your life. Be open to receiving that. And the way we receive that is to put out into the universe that, yes, I'm open to you, universe, to receiving all the abundance and all the beauty and all the love and all the joy and all the peace and all the healing that you created for me to receive from the time that I was born. And when you genuinely receive that for yourself, Cancer, you can genuinely give that to others, because you come from an authentic place, an authentic, beautiful human being that is highly, highly spiritual, because we are all spiritual entities in these human vehicles that walk this plane during this lifetime. And I just really wanted to put that out there before I lay down the tarot cards for your monthly reading. It is my absolute pleasure to be able to do this for you. I receive an enormous amount of healing in being able to assist and guide where I can for all of you around the world. And though this reading may not resonate with each and every one of you Cancerians around the world, I do hope that those that it does resonate with is very helpful to you, and that abundant blessings are yours to receive. All you need to do is go within in quiet time, ask for them, and take healthy action for yourself, to love yourself, to be kind to yourself, and then you can genuinely do that for others, and nothing but blessings can come from that, because it comes from a good place. So I really wanted to share that with you, and thank you for letting me to do so. Now I'm going to start your reading out with the Enchanted Oracle deck. This is a beautiful, beautiful deck. I did pre-shuffle these, but I'm just going to shuffle them a little further before I lay them out. I will be laying out 3 cards, one for your most recent past energies that you've just come through or are still coming through, one for your current energies, meaning the present moment, and one for your forthcoming energies. And again, these next 4 weeks, Cancer, are extremely, extremely important to keep things positive and healthy and loving and kind and compassionate. Not always easy to do, but very, very important to do, not only for others, but specifically for oneself, because when you genuinely give to yourself, you can genuinely and in a healthy, loving and kind, compassionate way to give to others, without expecting anything in return, because anything that comes from the divine is already yours. It can't be altered. It can't be taken from you. So I did want to put that out there. So let me just cut the deck, and then I will lay out the 3 cards I mentioned for your current past, your recent past energies, your current energies, and your forthcoming energies here. So here we go. First card out, Cancer, we have education. Some of you may be educating yourselves. It came out in the upright, which is very, very positive. So you could be educating yourself on a spiritual endeavor. You have a very spiritual entity here with this seagull that's listening to you, or that you're receiving messages from. It's a spiritual message. You have some sort of a spiritual book of affirmation, or it could be scripture or something self-help perhaps, but you're sitting very quietly, and you also have the good fairy there flying right in the light of the divine, and that's providing you with an enormous amount of healing within yourself. You're becoming very quiet in your most recent past. There's been some turbulent times. You've got some stormy weather here behind you, but you're coming through that. You're for this for this particular energy of this card, and the Cancerians that resonate with this particular energy, you're highly evolved. And those of you that are wishing to elevate your consciousness, you're choosing to do so by educating yourself so that you come in a consistent manner from a place of love and light and healing and upliftment and positivity, which gives you the joy and the peace and the endurance to move forward in this beautiful, beautiful, healthy way in your life. Beautiful, beautiful card. The next card we have out for your current energies, we have the Gentle Gardener. It did come up in the reverse, and that just means that perhaps at present, you're going through some challenging times, but when you revert back to your quiet time, you can get through those challenging times. So it's just really important to not let the challenging times hinder you, but come to that quiet place within you that allows you that healing within yourself that you desire for your heart and for your mind. And it ultimately will even make your entire body feel lighter and healthier and happier. So you're definitely moving into that, because that's right above you. Your forthcoming energies that you're coming into is the energy of follow the leader. And I think that's a beautiful, beautiful spiritual message, which also can trickle down into your human experience that you're having as a spiritual being in this lifetime. In your very forthcoming energies, very, very quickly here around the corner, you're following the leader. And the leader, to me, instinctively, as I read these cards and these energies intuitively, is you're following the leader of the divine. You're choosing to continue to plant those seeds, to nurture them, to allow nature to nurture them with these beautiful doves flying, the doves of peace flying around your garden. You've even planted a beautiful tree here with a strong root, and you're following the lighted path up the hill, and that's attaching you to the energies of the divine, and that's enormously healing and beneficial and uplifting and abundantly prosperous, because, as I mentioned earlier, anything that comes from the divine can't be taken from you, because it's gifted to you already. It's already yours. All you have to do is say yes to it and say thank you, and be humbly appreciative and grateful for all your beautiful blessings that you already have. Such a beautiful start to your read. To clarify these cards, I'm going to use the Rider-Waite Tarot deck to clarify these energies. The first energies we'll look at are your most recent past energies, which is the Education card. As I'm shuffling, Cancer, I'd like to say again thank you and welcome again to my channel, Spirit and I Incorporated. It's an absolute pleasure to be here with you this evening. I'm so thankful to be able to provide guidance where I can for you, and for those Cancerians that this reading is not resonating with, that's all right. It just may not be for you, but perhaps there will be some things within the reading that you can take in a positive fashion and be healing in your life, which is my hope. If you would, Cancer, I surely would appreciate it if you would like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It helps my channel to grow. My little kitty is crying. Don't cry, Pluto. It's okay. Sorry about that, Cancer. And as I mentioned, subscribing and liking my channel is appreciated, because it helps my channel to grow, to be able to connect with others around the world that perhaps are looking for some healing and some guidance to navigate through the energies that we experience through our days and through our weeks and our months. So as I also mentioned earlier, keep it positive. These next 4 weeks in particular are very, very beneficial for manifesting in tangible fashions the healing, nurturing seeds that we're planting. And we're planting them with love and light and abundance and joy and peace and healing. We're all in a great deal of need of healing. There's a lot of turbulence going on in the world, and we can help that to heal, starting with ourselves. Pardon me. All right, I'm going to cut the deck and clarify these most recent energies and the current energies as well as the forthcoming energies. The first card out we have is the High Priestess. The High Priestess is a highly intuitive individual, or in this case energy rather, because these are not referring to people, they're referring to energies that we all embody as spiritual beings walking through our human experience. She did come up in the reverse, so you might be feeling some confusion, perhaps some lack of stillness within yourself. You may have recently in the past gone through some challenging times that perhaps you were uncertain about, of how you handled. Maybe wasn't always the best, but we all do that, and we all experience that. But you can turn that around by going within, as I mentioned earlier, and finding your peace through prayer, through meditation, through any form of alternative healing that comes from a place of love and healthy tools to navigate your experiences with that are being expressed in a loving, kind, and compassionate fashion. Give that to yourself, Cancer, and then you can genuinely give that to others. And those of you that are already aware of this are already doing that. And those of you that are still in the throes of elevating your consciousness, you're learning to do that. And that's beautiful, and that's positive, and that's going to be highly blessed, because you want healing, you want peace, you want joy, and you want happiness. So that's currently what you've been, or not currently, recently what you've been coming out of. The next card we have to clarify that are the Three of Pentacles. It did come out in the reverse. You're having some concerns about finances. Perhaps you're in a current job that's not paying you as well as you had hoped, or that perhaps your finances have been stifled in some capacity. Perhaps they're not flowing as freely as you would like them to be flowing. But again, even this can be turned around. You know, pentacles are indicative of items that are tangible, you know, money, resources of any kind. You might be thinking of changing your employment. This is also a card that could indicate that. A little bit confused about it because you're concerned with what you do have, that you might be losing that. But even if that should change, if you come from a place of going within and finding your peace and choosing to receive your guidance from the universe or the creator or God, whichever term you wish to put on it, you can ultimately do that. And anything that comes from the divine cannot be taken from you, Cancer. And these Three of Pentacles, you can turn them around into a Ten of Pentacles. And that's the ultimate of abundance in a tangible, resourceful fashion that you could have. You can certainly turn this around. So this is what you've been concerned about in your most recent energies, and a little bit hesitant of the moves you'd like to make because of that concern. But you can turn it around. It's just a matter of moving through the energies, which you're choosing to do. So let me clarify this. The Great Gardener card, which you have in your most current energies. It did come up in the reverse. Let's see which card will clarify this for you. Cut the deck. Okay. first card out we have for that is we have the King of Wands, otherwise known as the King of Rods. It is a fire energy. It's currently in the reverse. You're feeling a little pooped out, probably because you've been working really hard, and you've been, you know, when we work really hard and we're in an environment that is taxing on our energies, metaphorically speaking as well as spiritually speaking and physically speaking, it's difficult for us to stand strong and take action to move ourselves out of that type of an environment into a healthier environment that ultimately, you know, will bless our pentacles as well, to make them bountiful, as opposed to the concerns of them not being bountiful. So right now you're a little tired, and you need some rest time. So it's just this card is suggesting that right now it's not time to take action. Perhaps just focus on, I'd like to suggest to you to focus on going within and becoming quiet and peaceful, again, whether that be through prayer or meditation or any form of alternative healing, as long as it's a healthy form of healing that can restore your energy so that you can turn this around, to stand strong, to move forward. Because you've been in some battle mode, and perhaps it was, you know, whether it was self-induced or not, it's you need to lay it down, because it's not serving you at all. So I'd like to suggest, if I may, to go back to being quiet so that you can heal, to bring in the beautiful, bountiful blessings that you desire. And you can do that. Right now you just need some time out. And the next card we have up is the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is a card of movement. It did come up in the reverse. And that's just, you know, playing off these energies. You're tired, so it's hard for you to navigate in a movement forward. And again, this may not resonate for all of you. I'm most likely picking up on just a specific few of you. But if I can help you to navigate through these energies, the best way again to do that is to rest. Do that which brings you joy. Even though, you know, we have work to go to every day, do the work the best that you can and leave the rest. And don't indulge in anything that's negative, because that's just going to drain your energy even more, and you won't be able to move forward, because these two cards in particular are suggesting energies of being very, very tired, mentally, physically, emotionally. You need to rest so that you can turn these energies around, and you can do that if you would like to take the suggestions that I have mentioned of going within, even going outside for a walk in nature, connecting with the earth, going, you know, towards water, you know, that can allow you, you know, to flow through you and around you. Very, very healing to do that. And you can turn these energies around. In your forthcoming energies, very positive card. You're actually doing exactly what is suggested to turn this unhealthy energy around by taking the rest time that you need through prayer, through healthy living, through healthy diet, and you're planting your seeds to follow the leader, the path of the divine, which ultimately gives you the abundant blessings that are never ending in oneself, emotionally, spiritually, and certainly in the physical body as well. So you're choosing to follow the leader. That's in your immediate future. So you're going to be stepping into that once you take the time to rest, so that you can move forward into this lovely garden that is waiting for you to walk into. And that's the garden of healing. That's the garden of light. That's the garden of abundance. That's the garden of prosperity, the garden of joy, the garden of blessedness in every way that the universe wishes to give to you. So to clarify your most current energies forthcoming, you have the Sun. Look at that, Cancer. Holy smokes. The Sun is exactly the card I was hoping to see for you, because the Sun is what provides the Earth with all the energy that it needs. And as a result, when the balance has been found through healing, through prayer, through quiet time and meditation, to bring in that beautiful harvest that you're planting right now, even specifically within these next 4 weeks, as I mentioned earlier in this reading. Very, very important to do. The Sun is going to shine for you. It's all of your flowers and your fruits and your trees will blossom, and these are symbolic of all that which you desire, will blossom and be blessed with love and light and peace and joy and prosperity in all its forms. And it's doubly positive because we just had the Sun move into Leo, and the Sun rules Leo. And then we have Jupiter connecting with this full moon on the 22nd of August, conjunct, very, very favorable. You have enormous blessings coming to you, Cancer. Enormous blessings you can't even imagine right now. But again, to obtain those enormous blessings, you must come from a place of love and kindness and compassion. And if you're not already doing that, you're going to step into that, because that's what will make it flow to you easier, and it will be lasting. It won't fall away from you. Very, very important messages here, Cancer. To clarify the Sun, we have the Knight of Wands. And I see this as you, Cancer. You're the Knight of Wands. This is indicative of a message of fire coming to you. Wands are typically symbolic of the fire signs. You could have a fire sign providing you with a message that's healthy, that wishes you only good things, of love and light and love. He's got his shield up. He's not interested in anything but goodness, and sharing that goodness with you and receiving that goodness from you. Very, very beautiful card. Very beautiful card. So I see this as you giving this to others and others giving this to you. And you can absolutely do that because that's your current energies. You're looking down at your beautiful harvest. You're throwing back that wand on your shoulder, and you're walking through as the great gardener that you are. Because Cancer, you're a very nurturing sign, and when you come from an elevated place of consciousness, you're highly loving, extremely generous. You have the divine here in the great gardener looking down upon you, making sure that all the beautiful seeds that you're planting, that you're nurturing them properly so that they hatch into a bountiful harvest for you, which the sun will help you to do as you're following the leader of the divine in a very positive fashion. Very positive fashion for yourself and for others, from a place of compassion, love, and light. These are beautiful, beautiful energies, Cancer. Beautiful, beautiful energies. I'm so excited to be able to see this for you, and I'm hoping that this resonates for a lot of you. But even if it doesn't, I'm hoping that those that it does resonate with, that you're feeling what I'm feeling, which is nothing but goodness, especially because you want to come from a place of goodness, and you typically, especially from an elevated place, when you're at an elevated place, you typically do come always from a place of goodness. So that's really, really important. I want to clarify the balance of this reading with the Enchanted Oracle deck. A clarification card, please, for Cancer. Cancer, I'd like to thank you again for joining me this evening. It's been my absolute pleasure to to provide this monthly reading for you. I wish you nothing but love and kindness and healing and joy and bountiful blessings, which it looks like you are obtaining because you are coming from that place of consciousness, not only for yourself but towards others. Very, very important for that which you receive, that is what you must give out to others as well. As above, so below. So now you be quiet, little kitty. Sorry about that, Cancer. I'm speaking to my little kitty. Anyway, clarifying this reading, we have ride the wave. There you are, Cancer. Those dolphins are being catapulted out of the ocean because the divine is catapulting you into this bountiful, blessed harvest. Because you're choosing to follow the leader. Here you are, you're following the leader. Here you are standing strong, following the leader. And the sun is blessing all that which you have planted and nurtured in a loving, kind, and healthy way. Because anything less than that wouldn't be bountiful and blessed. It would be coming from a negative fashion, and that's not where you're at. You're manifesting and wanting to heal all that which has been negative and unclear into everything that is beautiful and loving and kind towards yourself and towards others. That's what I have for you, Cancer. I wish you a beautiful, beautiful 4 weeks. Remember to keep it positive. Come from a highly elevated place of consciousness to be able to receive these beautiful blessings that the divine is just waiting to give to you. And you will walk right into it. I wish you wholeness and healing, Cancer. Thank you again. See you soon.